Kenneth Faried sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
I like that.
It's Harden. Brings the ball up.
I got ball. That's me.
James Harden. 4 out of 7.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
LeBron into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Westbrook. Cruises inside for 2.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
To Danny Green. Short jumper won't fall. To Faried. Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Now it's Harden at the controls. DeMarcus Cousins pins it. 4th this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Clint Capella snatching it out of the air. Ooh, 5 now.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
James guarded by Clint Capella. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue. Harden to Faried. Works it up top. Westbrook. Off the mark. And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Harden has it up the floor. Lets it fly from long range, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough. Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Has a look. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Eric Gordon finished 2nd in the 6th Man of the Year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Clint Capella with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight. Over the line. Backcourt violation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To P.J. Tucker. Count the bucket for 2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Capella with a shot, but he can't get it to go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
It's James controlling the offense. To Cousins. LeBron James against Westbrook. Clint Capella rejects it. Make that 7.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Capella to Harden. Fires the 3, and James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
It's in the hands of Harden. It goes down.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
And the finish, slam dunk.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
JaVale McGee, huge block. 8 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Rivers with the basketball. His guys down. The block. Can't connect from in close. JaVale McGee to Caldwell Pope. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. To Harden. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in 3-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a 2-point shot relevant these days.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. DeMarcus Cousins able to recover with the block. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And the basket good at the rim.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And count the basket inside.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Harden. Shot won't go. LeBron with it up top. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Nothing going here on that drive. To James. Cousins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Harden. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
He's got it. Three-point play on that trip. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up with the Lakers in command. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Got it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Danny Green. Clint Capella swats in. It's been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like I was a bug at the park.
It's James Harden once again. 4-3. Buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Probing the defense. LeBron James picked up by Rivers. Clint Capella sends it away. Make that 11. Harden.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
With James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched the epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Harden to Fareed. Jumper's good.
Regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
James against Westbrook. Nice finish at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To P.J. Tucker for 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Danny Green here against Harden. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Houston with the basketball. Gordon in a matchup with Boogie. To Capella. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Kuzma to Davis. It's James. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LeBron, Harden's on him. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys hold a commanding lead. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. To Harden. Deep 2 there, won't go. And Cousins throwing it down.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Harden gets it in the left corner. Gordon's shot misses. Pass to Cousins, down low. DeMarcus Cousins looking good, 4 for 5.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Ah, the monster stuff.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Deep left corner. Caldwell Pope, and he hits.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocks it down from mid-range. James, guarded by Clint Capella. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Caldwell Pope to James. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says 1 man can't beat 5, but we're watching 1 man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Harden shoots. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Kuzma to James. The pass set it all up.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Wide open look won't go. Kuzma to James. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 80% in this contest. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's in the hands of James Harden. Stuffs it down with authority. The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers won this matchup with a significant margin. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets lost this game long before the final buzzer. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone